Trojan Philly, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. It's the top of the morning. Listen, I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, the Deanon Ly Effect is in full effect right now, and it's go time. It's on and popping. It's on and cracking. Listen, you guys already know, man. I'm feeling absolutely just ecstatic right now. I think the whole fan base right now needs to be just getting pumped up, amped up. When you consider the fact that USC is getting ready to go to a conference that I wouldn't even necessarily say, from a complexity standpoint, the offenses, I don't even think they come close to where the Pac 12 was this past year. I don't think so. And so when you're talking about a guy like Deanon Ly and being able to scheme up for offenses that, the Bo Nixes and the Michael Penix Jr., all these guys that and even Caleb Williams, of course, because he faced them. But when you look at the fact that he was able to scheme up something special and be able to shut these guys down, some of the most explosive offenses that were in the Pac-12, even Oregon State with DJ, you got to consider going to the Big Ten, that we're going to have some success. And it's the way that they're building. The way that they're building right now, it's not, like the Pac-12 would normally be. It appears to be that they're building for success with the Big Ten. You're looking at some of the guys that they're getting, the cornerbacks they're getting. You're looking at the safeties that they're getting, the linebackers they're getting. And I've heard that some defensive tackles are on the way. I'm just putting that out there. Hopefully, they can lock it down and hopefully it comes. But I've heard that it's a possibility that USC can have a commit from a big time defensive tackle. It's not done. Please don't quote me. I hear a lot of people say, Jay, you said this, you said, don't quote me on that. I'm just saying, I heard that it's a possibility. But look, it's the way that they're building right now. I'm very impressed. I'm very happy right now. And I want to really, there was an article by Trojan Rivals that I want to touch on, guy by the name of Ryan Young. And you guys hit me in the comments though. I want to know what you guys think is the Deanon Ly effect. Is it even in play right now? Is it a real thing? And right now, when we're looking at just the fact that we were able to keep our roster, well, keep the guys in the recruiter class from the 2024 class, it was incredible. Even guys like Braylon Conley, I seen him post something about Deanon Ly. You look at Deanon Ly here, how he hit the road. He was already with a guy like Elijah Nube, who they say is one of the most explosive players probably in his class running. He's labeled as a linebacker, but he runs a 10-9 in the 100. You could put him at linebacker. You could put him at safety. I mean, the guy is a track star, but when you look at the Deanon Ly effect, I think that it's rubbing off on a lot of guys, and some guys are really starting to recognize that now. We're going to talk about our class, where they're ranked at, where they possibly could be ranked at. But what I'm seeing right now, what I'm witnessing, I think it's straight up go time. I heard so many fans all on Twitter yesterday, lost in the sweet and sour sauce. Listen, you got to have faith. At some point, we can't talk about faith, those who believe in faith, and then we doubt. That's why I don't believe. One thing about me, you guys already know, USCJ don't speak death to a program. I don't, because I believe what the Bible says, that life and death is in the power of the tongue. I don't believe in speaking things into existence, putting things in the atmosphere. But now when we look at these guys right here, we got Humphreys, we got Ramsey, we got things. I mean, things are moving and grooving. And when you look at what they're doing, the numbers wise, this was an article by Ryan Young, from Trojans Rivals. He's new now. Lynn is the USC defensive coordinator. He's talking about Ramsey and Humphreys, but he said Ramsey played 578 snaps this season, earning an excellent 80 point. We talk about PFF grades, 80.2 on the season grade. And then he had an 84.4 tackling grade while only missing 3 tackles. This guy missed 3 tackles, which is unbelievable. I mean, he has an overall grade of 80.2, but the tackling grade, I mean, come on, man. He had 40 tackles and an INT for 4 pass breakups. You're talking about incredible. And then when you look at Humphreys, he was a 3-star prospect when he came out in the 2022 class, But this guy absolutely 19 starts, played in 25 games. The 25 games, the last 2 seasons, including the first 2 career interceptions and 2 forced fumbles, season along with 3 pass breakups and 31 tackles. Listen to this about Humphries. Humphries played 641 snaps and received a 79 grade season grade for PFF. We talk about the PFF grades a lot, man. We talk about how important it was. And there was a crazy stat out. I don't even know if I still have it. I might have erased it. But the guys that left out, I'm not going to name their names because that's not what I do. But the guys that left out, they had lower PFF grades than the guys we brought in. Don't forget about the Arnold brothers. We brought them in as well. So the Deanon Ly effect is real. So I just wanted to shout them out for that. For Deanon Ly, and appreciate the fact that USC absolutely has a great coach right now. Now, this guy right here, Juju Lewis, let's shout him out. National Player of the Year as a sophomore, man. Juju Lewis is straight up go time, and we got to retain him. He's out of the state of Georgia, Carrollton, Georgia, but USC has to retain this kid. He's an absolute phenomenal player. He's a gunslinger. But let's talk about real quick this Big Ten schedule, man. It's absolutely, the Big Ten recruiting rankings. Right now, you see where USC is for the recruiting rankings in the Big Ten. Currently, right now, they have us number 4 in the Big Ten. And I think right now, that's old. They got to redo it. Ohio State 1, Oregon 2, Penn State is going to be 3, Michigan 4. We're gonna skip Michigan. We're gonna jump them by far. 5 is USC. So I'm sorry, I said USC 5. But then you got Nebraska 6. 7 is Wisconsin. Purdue is 8. Iowa 7. Washington 10. Rutgers 11. Then you got Minnesota 12, and then Maryland 13, 14, Illinois, Michigan State 15, and then you got Indiana 16, UCLA 17, and then Northwestern 18. Now, you see this football schedule coming up, and we're talking about building for the Big Ten, and this is what we're facing this year coming up. We're opening up with LSU. You guys seen? I brought this to you guys before. So we play them in Vegas, and then we go on to Utah State. Well, we play at home at Utah State. Then we got a bye week. And then we play at Michigan. So when you look at this roster, how we're building it, it's incredible. And it's got to be for this particular schedule right here. Then we play Wisconsin at home. Then we go to Minnesota. Then we play Penn State. Then we play at Maryland. Rutgers at home. Washington. We play at Washington. Then we have another bye week. And then we play Nebraska at home. Then we play UCLA at the Rose Bowl. And then the last game is going to be Notre Dame, which is going to be in the Coliseum. So look, man, this roster right now is absolutely being built up for this particular schedule right here. So can we shout out Deanon Ly? The Deanon Ly effect is really in effect right now. And I think USC has a lot right now to be happy about. USC fans need to be happy about. And listen, don't get lost in the Alfredo sauce thinking, the negative thoughts, man. Look, it's not that we're in denial of situation. It's not. We understand that. And, we just got to understand this. USC has to absolutely stay focused, recruit according to the game plan, and I think everything is going to be okay. Right now, until everything comes up to par as it relates to how we get some of these guys from the not from the transfer portal, but from the high school rankings. Listen, I told you guys last year when we got Bear Alexander, you guys remember, Bear had 3 years left. And I said, I don't know if you guys specifically remember this. I said that Bear Alexander, if we're going to recruit, if we're going to get some guys out the transfer portal, let's go and get some guys who have 3 years left, because it's like they're adding all over to our recruiting class, not just a one-year wonder, but we'll take the 1 years. We'll take the guys that have 1 year left. But for the most part, you want to go ahead and grab those guys like a Bear, like a Ramsey. Ramsey has 3 years left. I mean, you really, I mean, the future is so bright when you're talking about guys that have multiple years left. And so this is the way, you know, USC might have to do it. And I think that here's the thing. I told you guys as it relates to the NIL. I said USC will pay guys once they get there because it's going to be according to their name, image, and likeness. You know, that's just the way. That's just how they have it structured like now. I can't do anything about that. I don't even think Lincoln Riley can do anything about that. They have to set. They have to. The university is going to have to decide whether they're going to, you know, they're going to take part and get tired of watching a certain team. I'm not even going to say the team. I don't even like saying it. They're gonna have to take part and really up the ante when you're talking about the NIL. But one thing about it, USC will do is they will get guys like Bear Alexander, get them in, guys that basically proven themselves. I know that. And once those guys get on there, the new recruits, once they get in there, they will be able to prove themselves as well. So, and I think we got a good group, man. I'm telling you, I love our group. And here's another thing. I need all the USC fans, and I've done, you know, I've done multiple videos on these guys. When they commit, I do videos on them. When I think that they get ready to commit, I do videos on them. Listen, I need you guys to look at film, and here's another thing. I'm getting ready to do a segment where I'm gonna start comparing the so-called 5 stars and 4 stars that you guys talk about, Oregon and different Alabama and all those, and I'm going to compare them with our team, with our players. Just to prove, just to show you guys that we got quality players. If I have to do that, if I have to put the case together in order to convince the fan base, guess what? USCJ is going to do it. So you guys hit me in the comment, drop those comments, drop it in below. Let me know if that's what you guys think I should do. But I think I believe in guys. I'll put Braylon Conley up against anybody. A lot of guys. Don't forget, he was being committed to Georgia. Matter of fact, my first video may be Braylon Conley against versus maybe somebody like Dakota Fields. You know, if I got to do that, guess what? That's what I'm going to do. Because one thing about it, I need you guys to keep the faith. I need you guys to speak life in this program and speak positivity to this program and don't get lost in the sauce. Right now, USC is trending up right now. So look, man, until later on, I'm out of here. Everybody stay blessed. Don't forget, make sure you guys get up, get out, and make some things happen. Until later on, fight on, fight on, fight on.